little bit hard to see a little bit. And right now, and so you just keep climbing, and eventually it get much faster, and you can see the different types of ice cream. So then it get much faster after 10. Then after 20, get way much faster. Oh, missed it. Also, you can do some funny shapes with it. Oh, messed up again. Wait. It like almost impossible to gather the next cone. So pretty much me and Felicia, she did the art. I did most of the programming. I want to improve on it, so we most likely gonna be improving on it during the month of February. But yeah, that is Scoops.
Nice, very cute.
Thanks.
Reminded me of Lilo and Stitch.
Mm.
Samus game.
There's a way to get that to work. I've had to use OBS for streaming, but I forgot the process, and it depends on if you're using a Mac or PC too. Okay. Hmm.
No, nobody saw my game. I forgot I was on mute. I just do it live again. Just do it live, like Bill O'Reilly. I see it.
Yep.
Yep.
hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
Okay. I think that might be cool now. Anyways, so I've got multiplayer play mode going here, and we will see how well this works. The art assets here I stole from one of the Haunted Mansion Learn projects that was on the asset store. So this is kind of a pre-built mansion here, and cross your fingers. Okay. That is super loud. Yeah, make a session. The camera is a bit too high, but you can run, and you should be able to see the rifle. Oh, man. Okay, so the guns don't work, but the UI does. And there are masks. There was a mask. I think I picked it up on accident that you can collect throughout this house to give you different abilities and different powers. So there is a lightning gun that I did not quite implement yet. That is kind of like a proton beam cannon that you will use to capture and kind of retain ghosts, the ghost players, which I'm not sure will actually spawn in, but we'll see. Refresh list here. That's here. So here we can join. This player should spawn as a ghost. Ah, damn it. He spawned on the same team. Alright, where did my dude go? There he is. So you are supposed to, second player supposed to be on the ghost team and would spawn as a ghost, but I think I screwed something up there. I'm not sure why his eyes are closed. I think there's like a blend shape or something that I need to blink his eyes.
Maybe sleepwalking.
So yeah, there is guns. There is a stamina meter and a health meter down at the bottom. I really need to like move that to something else. I was also going to try to make that like a sanity meter, so the ghost can, instead of dealing damage to your health, they deal damage to your sanity, and then make you like see stuff and mess up your controls and whatnot as they're haunting you. One of the other weapons I wanted to do was a ghost trap kind of grenade where you throw it out, and that's how you would end up killing the other team. And then when you collect a certain number of masks, you're able to leave the mansion and win the round. But I didn't get that far. This is one of the masks here. I wanted to have it so when you picked it up, it would attach to your face, but I didn't get that far either. Hopefully by whenever the next meetup is, we can get that part implemented and make the guns actually work. But yeah, that was kind of as far as I got on here.
Nice. Are you gonna keep on building after post game jam?
Yeah, because this template is actually really, really good. It's using scriptable object architecture, so all of the events and stuff are all the scriptable objects that you can tag into, and it's fairly easy to extend, but swapping out models was a lot harder than I expected.
Yeah, looks good.
Thanks.
It does look pretty good.
Yoink. Okay, who's next?
I can go next.
Go for it.
I think I'm sharing my whole screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Not yet.
Okay, so
Yep.
been playing a lot of tower defense games, so I figure I might incorporate it for this global game jam. And the idea is an sort of RPG, but we haven't gotten that far yet. So it's a horror mass tower defense, and basically the mass or the tower, and there's like a lore to it where the tower is guarded by mass made from human remains who seek to remember their past, gather soul to upgrade and unlock new memories and power. Enemies are the lost soul. They wear human masks to lure the living. The player is a lost child that gain power over time. So that was the initial idea, but we kind of changed up the lore a bit. Uh, Mari, you wanna talk a bit about the lore since you did the writing? I don't know if she's.
You didn't even read my message.
Oh. I mean, you can just do a summarize.
Ask the question real quick.
Yes, please do.
Why does this map look like the United States of America?
Which one?
The map.
Oh, this
Kinda
right here?
yes, kind of like the United States.
What you mean? It's a forest map.
I don't know.
It's
The
the
outline.
it's the negative
see it.
space. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we didn't have anything for the bottom, so I just kept it. We didn't have time. But yeah, for this, I wanted to try Godot since I've tried all the other engine just out of curiosity. And I am in love with this. It's so easy to use. Everything is very optimized. I didn't experience any lag at all. And you can quickly export this out as an executable, so that's pretty nice. But for our team, I was the programmer, Mari was the writer, Michael, Johnny Bone, it's the audio. So he did all of the music and sound. And we had Ju, he did the art. So everything you see in here was done by him. But yeah, I think Mari's gonna do the summary right now. While she's doing that, I can do a demo of this. So it's basically a turret. If you any of you guys have ever played Balloon TD, it's similar. But I wanted to do like a story mode version of it instead of like you just go in and play. There's a story around this. I hit play. Can you guys see the game?
Yep.
Yep. So the music was Michael did the
Yes.
background. So you place the child.
The mask twitches.
So the
You
sound
feel eyes
was
on your
made by a
back.
text-to-speech AI I found. So you collect soul. Gonna get 5, and the 5 soul will allow us to unlock the tower. Damn it, this is kind of bad. Okay, now I can unlock my first power.
Ten souls cling to you. The air thickens.
The boss appeared.
The mosque remembers being human.
The second
It
power down.
whispers 10 souls cling to you. The air thickens. The mosque remembers being human. It whispers your name.
And the boss has multiple phases. You can see what happens.
The tower isn't defending you. It's feeding. The mosque remembers being human. It whispers your name.
That's pretty
10
cool.
souls cling to you. The air thickens. The mosque remembers being human. It whispers your name.
Basically, in the lore, the abandoned child is actually not a child. It's actually like a very evil spirit, and it has taken the mask of a child, a real child. So it's wearing a mask of a real child. And then all of these tower wear different masks of their former self. And they're actually like, they're not really helping the child. They're kind of feeding on this other child spirit that you're playing. And then all of the enemy, so the enemy are just lost spirit and they just wear different masks. I don't know. We're going. I don't know where we're going with that, but I thought it was a cool idea. And then the projectile attack is basically the mask. So whatever mask that the tower's wearing, that's the attack itself. Oh, thank you.
Cool idea. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that voiceover
like that
wasn't too bad.
I like that they're laying down. For something about them, like it's like they're on the bed and they're just like shooting these things is very interesting.
They're all part of a indie
Yeah, they're
music
just
video.
rotating in circle. I didn't.
Yeah. Is
I
it
didn't have.
because
It,
you did? You don't. Go ahead. Yeah.
it works. Like I actually really like that. Like they're just like it's like it's almost like a dream scenario or like what is it, those nightmares that you can see in the corner of your room or something, but you're like shooting them down in the bed.
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
Yes,
Crazy.
yes.
Yeah, I mean it could be.
Maybe death is all is just but a dream.
Right. You can go wild with this idea.
Hmm.
I'm digging all the stuff that was created for it too, like all the assets and the music and
Right.
voices and stuff. Like those.
Yeah, Michael did
That's
all
it.
of the sound. Oh my god. Yeah, he did the boss sound. I don't know if you guys heard the boss music.
I don't think I heard that.
Hold on, let me replay this. You can hear the boss music. It's really nice. I like that in Zelda you
The
can
mask
choose your
twitches. You feel eyes on your back.
Yeah. Get oh, there's the music. Listen. Pretty.
Oh snap!
Yeah. Michael did that.
Man, he's a great guitar player.
Yeah.
I might die before. I might die. And you can see you lose health if it reaches the end.
Oh, there is a losing condition.
With them laying down and the music turning up like that, it also kind of just reminds me of Binding of Isaac.
Right.
I haven't played that game. Is it any good?
I heard it's really good.
It's an indie classic.
Yeah. My first.
It looks like something the Behemoth would make. So I don't know.
so demo. I would like to make more level of this because it's Godot is so
We
so
can make
worth
more
it.
levels if you want. I'm up for it.
Hey, I'm holding you to that. We can do 10 level. Expand on the
Okay.
story. Yeah. Yep. That's our game. Any questions?
Nice. We can go next if that's cool.
Yep. Let's do it.
Hold on. Sorry. Let me switch off of push to talk real quick. All right. So just because I want to see the intro one more time. So this is our game, Fishtographer. So the idea is obviously you're this guy in the ocean, and he follows your mouse around, and he can swim, all around and everything. And so obviously you guys see guidance from Neptune's Shrine, which is over here. So there's a piece of wood, and then it tells us to go get the wood. But the thing about this game is that it's like kind of 2.5D, if you will. So yeah, there's an oxygen meter. But right now, like we can't actually get this wood because it's one layer deeper. So when we click, you'll see we turn in and then like swim deeper. Shout out to Naeem for the animations there. And so now we can actually pick up the wood that's one deeper. And so then we'll come back to the front, and you do move faster in the front. So you can turn that in. And basically now we got to collect these shells. So there are actually 3 tiers. So they're in the very back tier. So you have to go all the way back there and then come all the way to the front and try not to suffocate.
That's cool.
So swim down here. So now once we've got the shells, the Kraken came and killed me. Yeah, so there's random events that spawn. So the Kraken's one of them. You saw the shark come by, and then there's a sub right here as well. Oh wait, don't get near it. Forgot about that. Literally almost died to my own mechanics. Yeah, and so then once you collect everything, or sorry, the shark is going to kill me. So if you get the chest that was in the back there, it kills the shark. So now this thing over here, we can build our base. So we put those two in there. Let they go up here so I don't die. Whoops, I died anyway. Also, like it started out kind of like a cozy game. So the punishment for death is basically just a little bit of time lost there. So what we unlocked there was the fish decks. So currently we have 0% of them. But if we, yeah, so you see that like flashing, that means that we saw that one. So the trick is like this dolphin right here, we're not actually on the level of it. So we'd have to go deeper into the ocean, if I can remember the buttons of my own game, and then we get to the dolphin. And now over here we have the fish that we just got in it. So I'm gonna get away from the shark. And yeah, so there's actually 2 more tiers. I will try to speed this up. And I guess I could just cheat. There are technically cheat codes in the game, which really did help the development go so much faster. Um, and yeah, I could also not be bad and swim on the front layer, the top layer, which has the Kraken again. You can dodge it, and also like because your shape is smaller when you're in the back, even though you go slower, like you can have a better chance of dodging it if you're further back, which doesn't exactly make physical sense, but it is a mechanic that you can use. Another one. Oh man, we turned this up a lot, I guess, for the release. And then if you die, you do lose your inventory of shells, even though like your progress doesn't reset to it. I don't actually know what killed me there. Okay, sorry. I'm just going to cheat so that I can show the rest of the content and not hog all the time. So if you ever, this is on itch.io. This is not the web build, but this is just kind of like running it locally, but though obviously it's a web build on itch. So if you press escape and F1 is the super speed. And then it does make it a lot more jittery though. So once you level up again here, it'll tell you. So now this gives you oxygen. So now you don't ever actually have to struggle with oxygen in the bottom right anymore. Super convenient being very fast because I can get all the things. And then you have to be on the front layer to actually like return the stuff. Um, Yep, sounds good. I was just going to show the last little bit of it because there is whoops, a winner message if you do win. I guess it's oh no, I broke it. All right, game crash. Sorry, I won't do it. The last thing I'll just show real quick though is just each of the NPCs because we have escape keys. You can see in the top left here, there's like a green thing. Um, so what are they? I don't know. So I think that's the sub. Yeah, and you can like spam this, right, to try to get a bunch of them. They come in the different depths. That's like the different hues and everything. I think we all, that one makes you suffocate. And then there is the Kraken. And I think just the one we didn't see was the boats, but I think I actually unbound that. So yeah, just a little bit before I'm gonna hand over to Naeem to talk about the art. We started on Tuesday, I think, and the a lot of the art here is like a lot of the fish really are like free assets. We kind of hoped to get people at the jam to like make us fish to fill out our pantheon of fish, but in the end it was a virtual event and we did create a Google form and then we only got 2 submissions, which were both AI art and one of them had a background. So it was kind of like, not sure we could use that. But so there was a collaborative piece that didn't take place, but the rest of it is either me doing my best with free assets and also Naeem, who is now going to talk about the art that he did for it because he did this awesome diver animation and you can see how smooth it is and just how like good the go to the back and like go to the front looks for vector art graphics. So yeah, and I guess I'll hand it over to you, Naeem.
Gotcha. Thank you for the handoff. I initially created some. Hold on, I did the diver asset in Procreate Dreams, and they had a new update, so it was easier to draw between the different ones. I can guess I can share my camera and show you the iPad. That's how I drew it.
Oh, there you are.
Yep. Let's see. So Dream had a new update, and it allows you to do a lot more actual animation like features that you have instead of what it was before. It was mainly just kind of like a Procreate clone. But so with the diver, I was able to draw the different ones and have like lane skinning and stuff. I was able to group them a little bit better. I'm trying to push it through here, and then go through all of these. So I was able to separate them and create like a sprite sheet. And then for each motion, I had his own little block of
things to use. We initially started off with just a sketch page of a bunch of different fish in regular Procreate, which I'll show you now as well. Let's see, that is Poseidon. Give me a second. So we started with these sketches of how we wanted some of these things to be. And then from there, we ended up adding some extra ones. And we just created, I ended up creating the submarine in 3D and exported its animations as its own PNG. So I used Blender for that when I modeled it and painted it and everything based on like a reference of what we were using. And let me see. Can I share my screen? Yeah, I guess. There's a lot of cross software art that was being made. Like I did a lot of sketches of Procreate, then I put it into Illustrator for vector, and then for some of the animations directly were straight up PNGs exported from Dreams. But with the share my screen, share my entire screen. I'll do this one. For the Poseidon one, I drew this guy uh like this at first, and I just kind of used shapes and whatnot to create this version that was able to implement a little bit before this, so it got that in properly. But there's a lot of cool things. Oh, I can pull up Blender. Let me see. Yeah, I was able to get this in here, model this, and get this. Take the camera off. I actually originally had a world environment, but it made everything too blue because the way Bryce made the game was really awesome. How each layer has its own depth of like colors, so you can understand how far back things go. And then so I took it off so we can actually see the thing because just made it look cool. But this is like the first, technically my first metalish object that I've modeled. Um, but and the way you was able to export it was pretty neat. So you just kind of set the camera up how you want it to view. Go back to locking it. Move it this way, and I had it kind of rocking as if it was moving. So throughout the animation, it had 32 frames, and then you just kind of just export it over here in the output area down here. That's so that was end up working out. But yeah, so Bryce mentioned the Google Doc or the Google form, and I'll make sure I'll share that as well for people to create their own fish and add it to the game for the community-based aspect. Because we want to make sure we include things from everybody as well. So you have a fish you want to come up with, you can design it, put it to the doc, and it can add to the game. And then we can also share the itch.io link to the game as well for whoever wants to play it. But
Okay.
it's up and live now.
Dang,
Are you gonna have?
that game was pretty cool.
Are you gonna have an
Bryson,
aquarium?
go ahead, go ahead, Kat.
Are you gonna have like an aquarium of all the fish? So like after maybe at the end of the game, or maybe there's some sort of gallery like showing all the fish that people created as well as just exist in the game.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, so the fish decks, the poke decks, if you go in there, it has information about who added the fish into the game and whatnot. So once you find it, you're able to add it to the decks. And the cool thing about it is once you can keep playing and get more assets to get the your home base to highlight a fish you haven't seen yet, and it will spawn in, and you can go wherever how deep it is and avoid all the obstacles and find it and add it to the decks. So it can be technically an endless sort of situation.
But
Emmanuel,
yeah,
you
I
saying
was
something?
just saying that's a cool freaking game though. Like, dude, like the
Hats
going
off to
in it.
Bryce. You, that
I'm
man.
talking to everybody. I'm talking to yeah, you and Bryce. The whole idea of having like the Z axis on a 2D game is awesome. That not too many games you do these days. So I was like, oh god, such a cool idea to do that again. But yeah, it was. I thought it was awesome, especially how you got all the different events and stuff. Can add to a lot of chaos. I think that's fun.
Yeah, I agreed. I like the going back and forth in Z space. That's nice.
Thanks. Yeah. No, I think it all kind of came together. I think the just talk about it a little bit. Well, definitely, I plan on continuing to work on it a little bit. The big elephant in the room is that this game only works in 1920 and 1080p. Or sorry, 1920 by 1080, not p, but the the dimensions on a screen, and so I need to like figure that out for my own skills. And then there's also a bunch of like some stuff we left on the floor with like definitely some mobs that we didn't get to implement, but also this glow effect. So I don't really know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's like HDR and you can make things glow. And it really played well with the way we were doing the water. So, like, basically, things get further back, like, kind of disappear. But with the glow effect, it really cut through that. So you're able to, like, track the player a lot nicer. But it really took some like color considerations and like even like design considerations. Like you can see it in the sub name showed where like I basically asked them to put those red dots on it so that I could like make them glow so that people could track the piece better. And so I definitely want to finish that technique, and also get it working in different resolutions. And on HDR high res screens, there's something weird about the water shader I'm using on high res devices. But yeah, posted it in general. Thanks for paying attention.
Cool.
Yep. Thanks, y'all.
Fantastic.
Do we have anyone else?
Can you guys hear me?
Can now?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I can show you what I was doing. I've been
Do
doing
it.
something, so yes, you'll have to bear with me. I'm on my old computer, so my workstation's down right now. So I was talking about doing Survivor template. So these are a couple of characters that I had from Mixamo. So that looks pretty cool. But one of the problems with it is it's not adapting to 5.7. So I'm probably gonna have to use metahumans.
Real Illusion also has some good like animation packs, but like that is a paid for thing. And then there's Animate Everything.
Yeah. But metahumans is free too. I just didn't feel like trying to do it on this computer because it's very old.
I feel
This
that
is
work.
yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I had to bring a Mac Mini home because at work that work computer's too big to bring.
You see that the head is kind of like bobbing right there because that's the only thing that's animated on it. But you can select characters here and buy them with this template. I just got like Ninja and the ones that I showed you. You can just launch the four-player multiplayer survival. It's gonna lag on this computer. But each character has its own special ability. Like the first character has a hammer that spins around, another one has lightning, and another one has a fireball. But you can get all of them over time as you level up. So right now, I don't have animations on these characters. But on MetaHuman, it'll be pretty easy to do. I just need to do the art style and stuff. And you can see the little XP bar at the top. A bit slow with the ice. But the premises is you survive for about 10 minutes and you win. It really takes a long time with this character. So you get your first upgrade. You get to pick what you want to get. You can get a spinning hammer, upgrade your frostbolt, get more health, run speed, lightning bolt. So it's pretty fun when you're playing it.
Can't choose the fireball. Hey,
You get to keep all of them as time goes by. So you get like super strong over time. And lightning does the most. Yeah, I get speed, ability cooldown. But what I'm gonna do, I am gonna put this on the store, but I'm going to change the abilities to something that I like and use like the Niagara system, create more cool stuff.
How easy is it to test the actual multiplayer stuff, like from your local computer?
Mm,
I love these kind of
I don't know if this
choosing
computer can
your
handle
own way to
it.
level up games.
Oh yeah,
But
this is cool.
oh yeah, what are the types of game called? Because all I know
Um,
is Vampire Survivor.
Survivor likes
yeah, Vampire
Yeah.
Survivor, like yeah.
or auto shooters.
Right now, and it's
Auto
kind
shooters? I guess that what you
of
call them. Yeah.
it's
I
called
think
Rogue
somebody tried to.
Survival.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think somebody tried to call them bullet heavens, but that never went.
I like Bullet Heaven.
I like that.
I don't like
Bullet
bullet.
Heaven? That's crazy.
I want to get the
Bullet hell.
lightning.
Yeah, this is cool. I play this for sure.
So laggy. I don't know if I can do the multiplayer because it might lag out on this computer.
Yeah.
But it's real easy. I'll show you. Oh,
No, you didn't survive.
then you go back to the lobby and you can unlock characters. And then you get those character models.
Fantastic.
Oh, this is how you get to the multiplayer version. You can just do two like that, and that's how you do it. That's how you do multiplayer inside the engine. But you also can host a server, and it'll be easier to do it that way. But yeah, that's pretty much what I was working on.
Very cool.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Well, is that everyone?
I guess I could show what I've got.
Do it.
Yeah, let me see if I've got everything. Okay, yeah, this should be good. Okay. All right. You guys able to see it?
Yep.
Yeah, so I was kind of working on a dungeon crawler. I'm working on getting the mask mechanics with it. So the idea would be it would be like a simple turn-based RPG kind of crawler, um, and you'd have different. The enemies would have certain masks that fit into um, five different categories, and some of them like have, I guess, type advantages. It's sort of like that 5 point, like the Chinese like element system. So you'd have like composure, happiness, and in fact, I can show that I've got. Well, I'll actually open these up in here, but there were different masks that the character could switch between. This is not it. Um, Yeah, so different masks. There's ones for composure, happiness, rage, sadness, and laughter. Yeah, pretty much just these here. And I'm getting that implemented, so that still hasn't come into play. Um, I kind of ran into an issue when I was in Blender. The I realized I was very not good at UV unwrapping, and I pretty much just had to texture paint the faces on, so they looked a little bit rough. But that's not so bad. Um, but yeah, as far as the framework of the game, this would be like a title area. I'm still getting the frame of all that hooked up, but the way I have been kind of approaching putting this stuff together is these spaces here. Right now, they are indistinguishable. They're all the same. Um, but there is a system that I put in place. Um, it's pretty much a data table. Let me see if I can find that. So there's this big ol' data table here, and it's got a list of tiles, what type of tile it is, um, and all of that. And it also has a space for whether or not that space is like exhausted. So if you have a space where there's an enemy and the enemy attacks you, you don't want to step back into that space and have them attack you. So this would check, and when you would re-enter that space, you'd be fine. You could just keep going back and forth in between. And then what space there is to start on. So there's a bit of math in there's like this mapper, and it basically just takes from that data table, and establishes the visuals, which sets different meshes and colors inside. So if I simulate this here, you'll be able to see that all the spaces, they change colors based off of the different types. And these gray ones here, these are considered like wall tiles. So these you don't actually travel through. They're kind of like blank spaces. And in these, there's not really much that happens with those. These blue ones are like hallway spaces, but you can see here it checks if it pretty much checks northeast, south, and west. And from there, it can determine like, oh, is this like a room you can go into? And if you can't, it gets rid of the doors that are there. So you only have this one door for moving across. Now, if I were to click here on this arrow here, this guy moves between these spaces. So he can move around in between this and all of that. I'm currently working out the logic for getting the effects of the spaces. These spaces would do nothing for the hallways. This red one is sort of a battle space, which goes to this, which would switch the camera to this battle area, which I guess I can go to the camera system in a little while. Um, but yeah, you can pretty much just navigate through these rooms, and it updates through that. And you can pretty much add as many levels as you want. Um, I'm working on trying to find a way to have a spreadsheet where you can visually map the colors for it, and then it would just put it in place on there. So you can essentially draw the map, have it export it to like a CSV file. You can import it into the game and have different maps and all of that. Um, but yeah, in terms of the camera system itself, I'll actually see if I can make this visible. So these here, these are like little focus anchors, and they function for both the like the camera's location itself, as well as what the camera wants to focus on. So I will unhide these, and what you'll see here. Oh, I guess it's not showing. Oh, I guess I need to fix that. Let me get that. Not hidden in game and visible. Let me adjust the visibility here. Oh, yeah. So it's visible. Okay, yeah. I need to unhide that. But yeah, so this sphere, it's kind of just there for me to be able to see it when I'm in the editor, but it sort of trails behind them. Right now, it's not moving very fast, but it kind of like lags behind it if it's moving really fast. So if there's any changes with the camera, it would adjust. But yeah, this would be kind of how it looks just in the normal navigation and all of that. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got right now. I was in the middle of working on the battle system for uh, and getting that started. So I'll try and get that done today, or even if I don't get it done for this game jam, I'll probably get it slapped together and put out soon. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got.
Cool.
I like the minimalist style. Thought that was nice, and the kind of facial emotion, react emoji things, and just like the where the isometric camera placement. So that's really nice. So good job.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that was a good use of the theme. You know, it's the most. You probably had more masks than all the rest of the ones we've seen put together.
Well, thank you. I gotta get the usability of the masks going first, and but yeah, thanks.
Nice. I like the map layout as well. Characters mark themselves, and you did good for the texture paint version. You know, I was struggling with that too because you view mapping. I was like, I don't understand this.
Yeah. Oh,
So
there was
paint
actually there was one thing. Have any of you guys ever used Inkscape?
Yeah.
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 It is it is beyond like what is it? The tile texture, like the brick texture that I did. I guess I showed it in like that main menu area. It I was like, okay, I don't like these like standard brick textures. It's making it look like really awful. And I was able to just kind of go in there, and they had like a template for just kind of like a seamless texture. And yeah, you can just arrange like different elements on there, and then it'll automatically like kind of set it up and wrap it to where it tiles very well.
Yeah, I love Inkscape. A lot of the overlays and effects are awesome. I've been really heavily using the power stroke path effect recently. It's my new go-to in Inkscape. Highly recommend.
All right, was that everybody?
Fantastic.
Because we are right at the hour, and it'd be a pretty good time to wrap it up.
So I guess like it was February 19th that the Unity AI talk would be also post game jam in person showcase.
Yeah, and I also want to do the raffle again. So hopefully we can get our stuff in, because that's still the stuff I ordered last week hasn't showed up yet. So,
Yeah,
uh,
same.
but yeah, so hopefully by the 19th we can do a wrap up of Global Game Jam. Yeah, and I'll be talking about Unity AI stuff, and they've got a new beta out, and a lot of new AI generators and stuff to play around with.
Have you played with Bezzy? They used to be an XR kind of design tool, but they've pivoted to game development using like AI tools.
I haven't, but that is on my list to check out. That and like Claude and Opus, all the other ones.
Yeah, I think Bezzy's very Unity specific.
I will check it out.
And what time is that on the 19th?
February 19th, 6 p.m. at the FedEx building at U of M.
I'll be on call, but I should still be able to make it.
Cool. All right. So yeah, I guess we will go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks everyone for joining.